Hello out there in YouTube land, welcome to the OK Good Review channel. And today we have a car that I got kind of excited about doing. Back when I first saw Age of Extinction, I saw that they had an SS. Now I couldn't find the actual SS. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert this to an SS. But I wanted this grill thing right here, where it's got the kind of the headlights that fold back and everything. So we got the lights underneath. I'm probably gonna delete those. Z28 emblem, that won't be on there. Camaro, no, probably that won't be on there either. So I'm going to try to do an actual ribboner on the front in yellow. So I've got matte black. It's going to be matte black with yellow, the yellow for Bumblebee on it. But it's going to be like that car. So it's not going to have a bunch of stripes. So if you haven't seen Transformers Age of Extinction, that the high output is what they call it. The high output Bumblebee is what I'm going to be trying to make. So we got tires. Tires are handy. Tires are good. And let's see. Let's look at the box art. Isn't particularly important. And this one was this one? Did this come with the 302? I don't think it did. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, this came with a 302. So Chevy made a 302 for a while. It's a car. That's an engine I was super excited about. I've always wanted to do one of those engines for a build. So really chuffed about that. Okay, so it's got these stupid rims. I might be replacing those. I probably will be replacing those. I mean, they're okay. I might leave them on there too. I don't know. I might actually shoot those in black as well. I need to look at Bumblebee, the Bumblebee high output SS, and see what exactly they're using for those. This would look good in matte black though, I think also. Maybe, but it might not be enough contrast. So we can see, let's crack this baby open. Come on, here we go. All right. Okay, so the outer shell, oh, look, there's a blemish there. Good thing that's gonna get covered up. I'm not gonna go white on this build. So we've got, okay, so the Camaro is molded in here, so I'm just going to paint over that. The Z28 is, where is it? Is it in the chrome part? Where? Oh yeah, it is. Z20, you can barely see it right there. Won't be using that. We got the interior tub. This is going to go completely matte black. Seats, I think we'll probably choose something else, gunmetal or something maybe. This is also going to go, this one might actually, I might go smoke gray on this because I still got to use up some of that paint. So I might do that. We have one engine. I wonder if I should paint this engine yellow. Be more Bumblebee-ish. Probably not. Probably I'm gonna go red. I love red as an engine color. I just always have. Okay, so we've got more interior tub stuff. Probably I got to think about the door panels. Here's the hood. The hood will be going matte black as well. These things, I think, their leaf springs here will be silver. Actually, though, I could go with all of this in matte black. And then added silver on the door handles. That might be a thing to do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. But the idea is I want to add little accents in yellow. You know, like the SS on it. I hand paint that. That'll be pretty cool. Definitely, this is a car though I've really been excited about doing, and it got put off last year through events and whatnot, but. So, I mean, this one actually shouldn't be a super complicated build, I don't think. It's pretty much monotone color. We got some chrome accents on here. Again, I'm going to have to look at Bumblebee and see where that is. Oh, the grill insert. I didn't look at the grill insert. Let's find that. Okay, so, oh, beautiful. I'm so happy. Look what's not there. There's no RS molded in. Oh, outstanding. That is beautiful. So are they doing that with a sticker? What is that? Where even are the stickers? I'm sure it's a sticker, but let's look. No, it's not a sticker either. Did they paint it? Weird. What did they do? I don't understand. Huh. That's, so you can see there's an RS here. It looks very much like it's in chrome, but there's no sticker for it. There's no, this is not in yet. I don't see it anywhere, so I wonder how you're supposed to do that. I mean, I don't want to do it, and I wouldn't do it anyway, even if I could, but now I'm curious. Oh, here it is. Is that it right there? No, this is another Z28. Weird. What is up with that? I don't, huh? So how are you supposed to put the RS on there? So you've got the Z28 right here. This one in here is for the grill, but there's no RS imprint on the grill. I don't know. Well, it's a mystery, so unfortunately I have to solve it. Because now I'm curious where that came from. So it's not, there's nothing on this. There's just, in fact, this is, I'm just going to toss this because this is garbage. I don't need that for anything. And I'm not going to ever use those stickers. Do we have it here? In the clear stuff? No. What? Let's see if we can look through the book real quick. That is goofy. I wonder, I mean, Z28 and RS were not, I don't think they were the same car. They were not identical cars. So it says 114. Is that in here? Is that in the chrome? It is. This is all Z28 stuff though. There's no actual RS stuff. Where is... Huh. I am really baffled here. Like, why is that not... I'm spending a lot of time, I know, guys, for something I don't actually care about, but I guess you're just supposed to paint it yourself. Let's see if it's in the parts list here. One thing I like about Revell is this. I super appreciate this, where they throw in the what all the stuff is, the part names, where you can find them. If you're familiar at all with cars and parts and, you know, bodywork and stuff like that, about where all this stuff should normally be, this is really, really handy. Okay, well, it doesn't exist, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know how you do this. Anyway, mystery not solved. I guess we're just gonna have a mystery. But that aside, we weren't going to use it anyway, so I got to go look into a little bit more about what Bumblebee actually looks like as a high output SS, and then we're going to kick this thing off and get getting. All right, guys, we're about ready to jump into it again, and I thought I would just show you my new setup. I'm out of the dungeon and into the light, so to speak, so with the recent changes, and you can flip through some of the videos on the channel if you're interested about that, or additionally check out the blog if you care to do that. But with the new changes, I decided, partially because of that, to move upstairs. So I've got an exhaust fan over there to vent this out. This is basically the living room. So I lost one of the fixtures in Spider Central, and I don't have light down there anymore. So anyway, I moved everything up here. So we've got the table and got a bench here dedicated at the moment to model kits. Now this might be the last year, 2022 might be the last year I do this, just because I really am running short on space, and I'm not super inspired to do a lot of them. I'm going to finish out the ones I have, but trying to find space just for those there are some tanks and stuff I kind of want to do. So I might be wrong. I might be doing more of this than I'm expecting right now. But as I film this, I'm expecting to not do further model kits. So part of what I'm trying to do is to really go through and try to cut down the collection here and use up as many of these paints as I can. I'm not planning on buying any additional material. I still have quite a bit of glue left, so I shouldn't need to get that. Thinner might be the only thing I have to get, but that's okay. If I wind up having to get that, I've got tons of brushes. I've got, you know, clear glues and chromes and everything else. So I've got, at the point that I'm filming this, I've got 5 kits to do. And once those are done, maybe I'll be doing more, maybe not, but I'm not planning on really developing this because it is fairly space intensive and I'm just not super motivated, I guess, as I once was to keep doing this. The other part of this is a lot of discussion has been on the channel about this may be the last year of the channel possibly as well. So I think we're closer to the end, certainly. The road ahead is shorter than the road behind, definitely. So if that is the case also, then I don't want to keep it going just to do model reviews. It doesn't seem like it's something that makes sense to me. I don't know if that'll be the case, but I guess stay tuned. Anyway, I want to get all that out of the way now because this will be the first of the model kits of 2022 posted, and I'm not going to be repeating it for the other kits. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's take a look at what we have here. So we can see we've got, here's the parts that came out of the spray. I don't really like what happened with the hubcaps. Might need to add more to those, but the shell looks good, hood looks good, the engine parts look fine. And this is the only 2 colors I'm planning on using right now, which is the matte black from Tamiya and the lemon yellow from Tamiya. So I'm planning on just doing this straight with 2 colors solely, which is the Bumblebee theme, and just kind of keep it. So right now what I need to do is I need to paint this stripe, the front ribbon stripe on the car. And the way that this hood is kind of isn't great because I have to actually, I can't tape it off, so I have to freehand that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to paint the SS on the front fenders on both sides and put the shell aside. That'll be that for that. And then from there, I'm going to start working on the engine. The engine's going to go yellow. Realistically, everything is going to be yellow that isn't matte black. So chassis, as you can see here, matte black. I've never actually done, I don't think that's simplistic of a car coloration before, so I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go. But I have 2 paints total. Got our washout thing here and just some paint stirrers and stuff, but I'm really curious to see how this is going to go. I'm kind of excited. To be able to only do 2 paints is interesting, but we have to, I definitely need, because this is a 2-in-1, I need to make some choices, so I got to start picking through some of this. So it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks, I think, since the last video, which was me introducing everything. So one of the problems here, though, that I'm seeing now is this window is north facing and this one is west facing. So it's cloudy today, so we're not getting a good read on this, but light might be somewhat of an issue up here as well. I thought I would have a lot more natural light, and I should, but I might need to add an additional overhead light as well. We'll see, I guess, how that goes, but I'm not planning on doing a painting video for this either until I can figure out a good way of setting that up. So that's one of the changes. It's fun to do, it's fun to see, it's fun to watch. I mean, for me, making it, I enjoy that, but like it's obviously a lot noisier up here too, but realistically looking at this, I'm not sure how I can film the paint thing yet. The previous paintings I hung from the ceiling, and I thought it was okay, but I wasn't always in love with how it came out. So I might be able to put a small tripod over there. Maybe? I don't know. I'm still thinking about this, but this one isn't really going to have a lot of interesting paint to it anyway, to be honest with you. It's everything is going matte black, except for the stuff that's going yellow. And you can see there's really not a lot of parts that are going to lend themselves super well to this, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. There might be a painting section in this, who knows. As of right now, I'm not planning on it, but maybe as I get into it, I don't know. Stay tuned, I guess. Stay tuned to see if there's painting sections. It was kind of haphazard as it was before, so. But anyway, so where we're at right now is I'm going to start getting some paint on the other engine parts, get that shell done, and then we'll take a look at it from there and kind of see where we're at. All right, guys, so as we can see, we've got, this is just garbage here, but we can see most of the painting is done now. And we're getting ready to start assembly of the engine, which will be the next part coming up. This, you got the stripe on here. I haven't painted the SS's. I think I might wait until this thing is actually assembled to do that. I haven't quite decided yet. The problem with this yellow, and I forgot about this, is that it doesn't hide very well. So this I actually have had to coat. I've had to paint this multiple times. There were a lot of the spray can errors, the spray paint errors that I did not notice, unfortunately, until I got to the closer inspection of things. I probably should have turned the light on. Thought I had enough light out there. Obviously I didn't. So you can see there's just little weird errors like this. And there's a couple of them here. I tried to fix. One of the nice things about working with matte black is that it is fairly forgiving. So I actually have fixed a few things on this car, and unless I actually point them out to you, you can't tell where they are. So the yellow is problematic to work with, but honestly it's kind of liberating to do this simplistic of a paint. I was thinking about bringing in some taillight colors, but the taillights are already done. And I'm not putting running lights on this. I'm blacking everything out. We're going for robots in disguise, like full-on robots in disguise. So I haven't done any of that, but got a little bit of the dash needs to be done yet. And I'm still going to be working on this, I think, pretty much until the very, very, very end. I'm just going to keep going through, touching it up. The nice thing about black is that I can fix some of the overline errors a little bit. Not too bad. I need to do the top stripe again in yellow. This yellow is just really not easy to work with because you have to double coat almost everything. You just don't get the density otherwise. That's why you can see the firewall there I did front back, just because otherwise I'm not getting the density I need out of that. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can actually see it here. It looks probably okay from that angle. But I can see that I might need to actually redo that other thing again too. In fact, I know I do. Alright, let's put that in the pile to redo. Just this yellow, this it's a Tamiya lemon yellow. The paint looks fine. It's just really not a dense enough color. And so everything has to be double coated. But aside from that, I got a custom steering wheel there. And we'll be coming back in the next part to start working on the engine and assembling this thing. But before what I'd done in the past was to do the paint and then put all the paint away and be done with it. One of the nice things about this is because I only have 2 paints, I don't have a whole bunch of cans just kind of getting in the way of things. So that part has been pretty nice so far. Just being able to just keep this here. The good side is that there's not enough paint to get in the way and it's fine. The bad side is that I actually have to keep going back and redoing the paint. The other problem with working with matte black is you kind of have to have a glove because if your finger oil gets on it, it'll glisten, and that wrecks the appearance of the matte. But so far this has been a pretty fun build. It's been nice to get back into it. This is honestly about as easy of a kit as I could think of to do. You know, as easy of a build as I could think of to do to get back into it. Especially because it is so basic, I guess. There's just 2 colors. It's great. Well, and there'll be chrome too. So if you consider chrome will be a color, and of course red taillights. But I'm not really going to count those. As far as actually applying color, it's only going to be just the yellow. We're going yellow on the engine, so it's just going to be yellow and black. And I'm fully expecting. You can see I put the seats together already because I've got to touch those up. So I'm just going to try to really take my time on this build. I don't always do that on builds. Like a lot of the other builds on the channel are 7 to 10 day builds at most. This one is already past that. I think this one I'm already to day 12 or 13 or something like that. So I'm just really trying to take a lot more extra time and care on these last 5 just to try to get, you know, a better, as close to a perfect build as I can, I guess. So, but anyway, we'll be back in the next part with the engine build, and we'll get that kicked off. So, just want to give you guys a progress shot from here, and see you in the next part. So, a funny thing happened on the way to making this, and that is that the camera that I usually use for assembly, which there would normally be an assembly video section here, had some serious problems with the head that basically wound up with me not getting any footage at all that was recoverable. So the build for this, unfortunately, is not part of this. So I've been playing a lot of Wreckfest, and that's kind of where the inspiration for the SS just in this area went. And I have sort of a dirty look to this car also. And the actual overall parts of it are similar to Bumblebee. I need to fix this, I see. But the overall appearance is definitely Bumblebee in the Age of Extinction. We got the stripe. We've got the spoiler being yellow. Everything else is black, except for you can see some white peeking through there. So this one was, like I said, it was liberating to do. It was a lot of fun to do. But this kit has some definite issues with it. I had some stuff that was mismolded, and I deleted some parts as well, like all the mirrors, just to keep more in the theme with robots in disguise. But I don't love these hubcaps, the rims rather. They're not what Bumblebee was in the movies either. But overall, I think it, you know, sometimes I like to have little hiccups. I like to have some flaws. Those sometimes are the models I love the most. This one I'm kind of ambivalent about. I think it came out okay, but I was definitely hugely rusty doing this. And of course, the first thing I forgot about was to wear gloves. So there's oil blemishes and stuff everywhere on this thing. The only chrome sections are the steering wheel. It's a custom steering wheel, and there is the gear shift. I don't know if you can see the gear shift. I can see it there. The rest of it is all matte black. Just then the drive shaft fell off, so I guess I'll fix that too. So this is just completely, everything on this is matte black, except for those things. Oh boy, that's gonna be a fun trick, isn't it? So it definitely was nice to get back into the modeling. The premise was fairly basic, but the kit was, there's definitely some funky stuff going on with this, especially with some of the parts being mismolded. That created some significant challenges to things, but I think that'll, for what I'm going to use it for, which is to put it under Dark Star, I think it actually will probably work out pretty well. Definitely, I kind of wish I would have remembered to wear these. And I had some paint issues as well with the, and I mentioned that in the earlier section, with the aerosols. So trying to fix a lot of that was, some parts I was able to recover pretty well, other parts not so much. I almost ran out of the matte black to me in actually doing this kit, so I have very little of that left for touch-ups. But what I do have left, I can see there's a couple spots I need to get to, and then I also need to re-glue this back. But this was a fun thing to do though, with just this two-tone, just straight black and yellow. I wish I would have had a better yellow. And I wish I wouldn't have forgotten about that other yellow. But getting one of these kind of funky ones out of your system before you go on to some of the other ones. You know, that's not the worst thing in the world either. But I've got another couple builds coming up next that are going to be a lot more intensive. So definitely got to try to get the hiccups out of the way now while I can. So, but anyway, we'll be back as far as the model builds with another one in next month. But this is going to do it for this. The Revell 69 Camaro Z28 RS, part of their Motor City Muscle line. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the look at this one. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button if you're not just already. If there is a comments or notification bell available and you care to do that, please feel free to leave a comment. I know a lot of you have left comments in the modeling, and I appreciate those. I try to answer as many as I can. But whether any of that stuff's there or not, we would love it if you would come follow us on our Twitter feed for updates to the channel made by myself when they happen. And there is stuff like display shots. So I might take a display shot of this once I get it set up with Darkstar, and of course that will be on the Twitter feed. If you use Twitter, come follow us. We'd love to have you. But there it is, one more time for the road. The Age of Extinction Bumblebee SSHO Concept Camaro sort of motif on the 69 Camaro Z28 RS. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.